Hey, what's going on everyone? We're back here on Pokemon Showdown today, using an Autotomize Celesteela team. I was originally going to go with the weakness policy, but I found that every time I got hit by a super effective move, it either knocked me out or put me in range of other priority attacks, and that's really not worth it to activate the weakness policy. So I changed it to Steelium Z. I lost like 2 matches in a row to that, so we're running Steelium Z right here with the Heavy Slam, Autotomize Earthquake, and then Fire Blast, just to help out against Scissor, Ferrothorn, and opposing Celesteela. Other than that, we have Life Orb, Kyurem-Black. I would ride an ICMZ, but we also obviously have the Z move on Celesteela this week. Mega Gardevoir, which is borderline right now. We have Taunt just to help out against Chansey. I really wanted to try it out. And then we have some Volt Turn right here with Specs Koko this time. And decided to forego the Magnet. We're going to T-Bolt, Dazzling, HPS, and Volt Switch. Expert Belt, Protean, Greninja. With the Dark Pulse, a lot of people don't expect Dark Pulse on Protean Gren, so they sometimes leave in stuff like Mew, so that can really catch people off guard, and then defensive Landers with the leftovers. Defog just because it's the only hazard control we have on this team, and Kyurem-Black is weak to that, so that is going to be the team that we are using. If you guys do want to try it out, it will be down below in the description. If you guys do want to find where the fan art came from, that'll be down there as well, and I will be right back once we have our first match. Alright, so we got our first battler right here. Unfortunately, this guy does have a Zapdos, so we're going to have to get rid of that before we can have our Celesteela do some work. I just realized they changed the Kyurem-Black spread on this thing, I think, but it looks a lot cooler. But I'm definitely just going to lead off with my Landers. If he doesn't lead off with Zapdos, I think we're going to force it out, but unfortunately, I have to switch out right here because I don't want to risk it being Pixilate, so we're going to go out here into our Gardevoir. Goes right for a Psychic, does a bit, but Gardevoir does have good special defense. And what I'll do is Mega Evolve and just throw off my own Psychic in the train right now. He actually decided to stay in. He goes for a Psychic again, so he's Choice Scarf, which is good information. And we do a little bit more to him, which is cool. We got a Spit F drop right there, and I can go Celesteela right now. It isn't Psychic Train, but although I do think that it won't be boosted by Psychic Train because of our flying typing. I always get that mechanic wrong, but he actually goes T-Tar. I'm not sure what Heavy Slam's power against this thing is because T-Tar does look like a heavy mon. It is base 100, so do I want to burn a Z move right here? He's going to go Zapdos every time. I'm going to double here into my Kyurem-Black and hopefully catch that Zapdos. I love the new Kyurem-Black sprite. He actually went Charizard. Is this going to be Zard X? Well, actually, we can't stay on either way because Zard Y will blow me back with Fire Blast. We don't have a Zard Y. We don't have a Fire type move switch, and I'm going to stay in. And we're going to go for this right now. We're actually not Dragon coverage. I might change that if that becomes a problem. We're going to go right here for... Why did that go so fast? What? Okay, so this thing has a Spit F boost because it is currently in the sand. Fire off an Earth Power right here. He just goes for Iron Head to knock me out. Not sure if the crit mattered, but what I'll do right now is just bring out my Landorus T. And I kind of just want to U-turn right now. I don't want to allow Zapdos to come in for free because I know he's going to go out into it. And we find out that it's Rocky Helmet, so it's definitely defensive Zapdos right here. I can go out into my Gardevoir pretty safely. Hopefully it's not like max speed defensive randomly, and thankfully we don't take sand damage because it just went down. I'll just go for a nice Hyper Voice. He goes back out into the Excadrill. I know I'll outspeed this, but is that Assault Vest Excadrill? I think it is. I'm going to go here into my Landorus T. I don't want to take an Iron Head or Earthquake for no reason. Just goes right for the Iron Head. He'll take, we're actually leftovers, but this is going to give me another U-turn right here on the Charizard this time. Interesting. I could have gotten up rocks, but I'll go Gran. And what I'll actually do right now is just fire off a Hydro Pump. Really hoping this is Zard X and not Zard Y. Because, well, actually, if it's Zard X and it starts to Dragon Dance, we still have our Landorus in the back. So we'll be fine. I should have clicked Dark Pulse, actually. So he's going to Mega Evolve, and that miss is really going to suck right now. Because he's going to hit me with a Solar Beam, and that's definitely going to knock me out. That really sucks, because I needed that to hit to put him in range of Celesteela. Okay, so it's not looking good right now. We're going to go here into Gardevoir and just hope we win this tie. So we're going to go right for a nice Hyper Voice. We need to win this tie. Actually, wait, Hyper Voice is resisted. We have to Psychic Crit through him. He actually goes Excadrill this time. So we do have a Sun boosted Hidden Power Fire right here. I really think that's Assault Vest Sandrush Excadrill. So Hidden Power Fire in the Sun is going to be able to knock him out. So it's not over yet. Celesteela still does have a ton of potential, but we need to win some speed ties against Charizard. We know it's Scarf Tapu Lele. He can easily go out into that right now. But he actually decides to go out into Venusaur because it's Chlorophyll. Interesting. Okay, so I don't have a play right here. I'm just going to go here into... It's going to have HP Fire. I'm going to Psychic. I knew he would HP Fire, but I didn't want to risk him clicking Growth. So now we're going to go Celesteela, and how healthy is Zapdos right now? I'm just going to Heavy Slam. He just had to go Zard, and that actually did a ton because we got a nice crit right there. Do I want to predict the Roost right here? Nope, no way. I'm not predicting that. Actually, you know what? Tapu Koko is looking kind of like a nice late game win con. I'm going to go here into my Landorus T. If he roosts, then he roosts. It is what it is. He does roost. I really wanted to Earthquake right there to try to catch that, but since Sun is not up, we might be able to live a hit right now. I'm going to go right for the rocks as We do thankfully live, so that'll help out my Tapu Koko in the back. Unfortunately, he's still Scarf Tapu Lele, so we're going to U-turn right here. He just knocks me out. I go Koko every time right here, and not sure. T-Bolt should 2-hit KO Venusaur because it is offensive, and it's not Mega, so his best switch in right here would be T-Tar. That's exactly what he's going to go out into. This might 2-hit KO. This is Specs in the terrain. Yeah, and I think we might actually be able to win with this Mon, which is... Oh, wait, no, he still has the Tapu Lele in the back. Yeah, this is going to be really hard. It's going to come down to whether Celesteela can 1v1 Zapdos, which we know it can't. But who knows? Maybe we can get a Z-move crit on it. It'll take rocks damage, and it can't switch in safely on Koko. So after this, he has to go Scarf Tapu Lele, which he has to hope knocks me out. If not, then we might be even in a better position right now. This is a great game one. I'm really hoping Celesteela can clutch it out for us. So he goes out into this. I'm going to switch out into Celesteela and try to use Koko as my win con. Because he's going to go for Psychic, and do I double back on this? No, I'm just going to Autotomize. Alright, so unfortunately he did decide to make the Zapdos play right here. Going to fire off that Z move, as I said, and just to really hope it does some work. We do nothing. He's going to go ahead and Roost up right now. And this is kind of a problem. I need to hope Koko lives a one hit from Lele. That's all we need. Actually, that's not going to win it for us. I think if I switch, I'm going to have to go Koko right here. If I go Koko, then he'll attack me and he'll put me in range of Tapu Lele. But if I don't switch out, he's going to get the terrain back up and then just knock me out. I have to switch out. He actually defogged. That's kind of a misplay in my opinion. I need to hope this knocks you out though. This needs to Oko. And then, how much was Psychic doing to my offensive Celesteela? 36. So we can't take another one. Sacks off the Zard right there. It wasn't really doing a lot. I mean, I could have revenge killed my Celesteela. Now he's going to go either Venusaur or Tapu Lele. He goes Venusaur. So Hidden Power Fire definitely coming out. I'm just going to T-Bolt right here. He actually decided to Growth, and we actually get a big Para. This needs to... we definitely outspeed him now because of that. This needs to get the same roll. 50%? Nope, we got a lower roll. And he goes for Hidden Power Fire. And I think that's going to be it, unless we can do something in the sun to that Mon right there. I'm going to Autotomize, obviously. He outspeeds me and goes right for the Hidden Power Fire. That really sucks. I feel as though we could have pulled it back with Koko right there. That Para was big, but unfortunately we got the lower roll. Had I not gotten the lower roll, it would have come down to Scarf Lele. I'll go ahead and calc that right now for you guys. Tapu Lele, if it is Choice Scarf. Doesn't knock out Tapu Koko from 88. Tapu Koko, Choice Spec, Psychic in the terrain. It's not in the terrain. Yeah, he would have knocked me out every time, so it wasn't going to end up mattering right there. Scarf Lele would have won him the match right there. Knocked out my Koko, and then Zapdos would have come out and 1v1'd my Celesteela. So that's unfortunately going to be a loss for game number 1. Hopefully we don't find a Zapdos for this next match, and I'll be right back. Alright, so my opponent right here has 3 blue Mons, then he has 2 purple ones and a random Mimikyu. Really interesting Dragon Fairy Steel Core right here with a Lottie Cobalion Mimikyu. Probably SDZ Mimikyu, Scarf, Blacephalon, Life Orb, Sheer Force, Nidoking. It could actually be SDZ Cobalion too and just Life Orb Mimikyu, then DD Mega Gyarados and maybe Scarf or Specs Lottie. So I'm going to lead off here with my Kyurem-Black because it catches the Nidoking lead, and we also take a hit from that. Actually, we don't take a hit from Specs Blacephalon, no way. We also catch Gyarados lead, though. We don't catch Lottie, so I'm actually just going to go ahead and lead off here with my Landorus T. But if he leads Nidoking and it's offensive, he can just Oko with me with Ice Beam. I think Ground's the best lead because we can U-turn out on anything. And we do take a hit from a lot of things like Blacephalon. We'll outspeed Nidoking if it is that Life Orb Sheer Force set. He does lead with Nidoking. I don't know if he's Scarf or not, but I'm just going to click Hydro Pump right here. Will Ice Beam do it? I severely doubt Ice Beam knocks him out. Greninja. This is just Spikes. That's Expert Belt against Nidoking. Life Orb Attacker. Ice Beam does knock him out actually every time. What's the switch in right here? It's going to be... I'm just going to Hydro. Because I don't want him to go randomly Cobalion. If it is Lottie, we take a hit unless it's Scarf Draco. Which will be Water type, so we might... Actually, it'll be neutral either way. So I need to Hydro Pump right here, and we actually just break through and... Sash lead. Okay, what's he going to do? Rocks or T-Bolt? Okay, T-Bolt. He gets a crit. I doubt that mattered, but if it did, then that kind of sucks. Kyurem-Black's my next play. We do have the Naive Nature, and I'll just go ahead and... I think Ice Beam? Yeah. Sucks that we have to take this Life Orb hit, because that'll put me in range of... Well, if we take even more damage. Sucker Punch is cool tech, and I'm actually just going to go ahead and make this Dragon-type move right now, because... Or actually, I could make it Iron Head. Iron Head's not a bad idea for Clef. We're going to go ahead and do that, because... Something tells me we might find a Clefable in this live. Goes Blacephalon. This is going to be that Scarf Fire Blast set, and it might do me in. Earth Power right here. Okay, that's probably better for me. I'm not gonna lie. Mind blown. I don't mind that. Unfortunately, that he's gonna knock out this too, but I'm going for game with Celesteela, and Celesteela does have a ton of potential, and if not, Koko can clean up the game too. So we're gonna Mega Evolve here into Psychic. He'll go for Scarf Mind Blown. Interesting that he's even HP stat. He could have gotten another knockout. So my play here is Landorus T to try to get up rocks. He could go Gyarados. I'm gonna go Landorus. Anything but Gyarados, because if he goes Gyarados, then he might just Dragon Dance up and win. If I go Koko and he goes Mimikyu, I'm pretty sure he wins. Actually, we have Landorus in the back for that. I'm gonna go Koko. Because we can lock ourselves into Specs Dazzling Gleam at the worst, and he has no resistance to that. Gyarados will be neutral before it Mega Evolves, and he goes Lottie, so glad I made the play that I did. We're gonna Dazzling Gleam right here, and it'll hit everything. He goes Hard Cobalion. We'll scout the damage right now. That's definitely offensive. I'm just gonna hope it's not Scarf. It is Scarf. As long as he doesn't flinch me, we should be good. Alright, sweet. And I'm definitely gonna keep this in the back right now, because it cleans up the last two Mons, as long as Gyarados doesn't get a Dragon Dance boost up. This I'm fine with though. I'm just gonna Dazzling Gleam this. Well, actually, I can go Hard Landorus and probably 1v1 it, but we can do that with Landorus anyway. And if not, Celesteela will Autotomize once and take a hit. So hopefully we see an SD right here and not an attack, so that way I can keep this thing. He does go right for the SD, and probably gonna go for the Shadow Sneak now. If he SDs up again and he Z moves, smart play. This goes for Shadow Sneak, and I'll just Earthquake. We busted the Disguise, which is I think the more important part right now, and I'm actually just gonna Rocks up. He goes for a Z move. The reason I did that is because I know my Celesteela can Revenge Kill this thing just fine. And Celesteela I don't believe allows Gyarados to set up. It actually might. Alright, so we have to go Celesteela. We have to Autotomize once, I think. And really hope he doesn't Shadow Claw crit me. I was going to say Shadow Claw clit. Alright, Autotomize right here. Yeah, we have to Autotomize just to ensure we outspeed Celesteela. Had I Earthquaked, it wouldn't have made a difference because I'm pretty sure Mimikyu takes 1 from defensive Landorus, so it wouldn't have made a difference right here. Hopefully we can get the Autotomize Celesteela sweep off right now. He actually decided to go hard Lottie and switched out that Mon. So we're going to Heavy Slam right here, and we're going to save the Z move for Gyarados. Because that does a ton of damage. This thing is so strong. Okay, good. I was really afraid he parried me. Oh, wait, he sweeps me with Shadow Sneak. Wait, it actually doesn't die to rocks. I should have Z moved. Had I Z moved, we would have been just fine. But I think Mimikyu just clicks Shadow Sneak twice. He might go Gyarados first. He goes Mimikyu right here. I'll just Heavy Slam. I need to hope Koko somehow lives 1. Mimikyu is kind of weak. That's base 90 attack right now, so maybe it won't knock me out. He showed Shadow Sneak, right? Yeah, he did. Goes for Shadow Sneak. I think Koko dies to this, but on the off chance we don't, we actually win the game. Come on, Koko, live this somehow. If we live this, then we win. But Mimikyu has like base 90 attack. Nope, he crit me. If that crit mattered, I'm going to be very upset. I'm not going to be super upset, but it would be kind of annoying. Because that's Z move and it's not Life Orb, so it might have mattered. I highly doubt it. Shadow Sneak, 29 to 35. That's Life Orb. Without anything, 22 to 27. I think Mineral would have still knocked me out. So, very close match right there. Obviously, had the roll been any lower, then or if he didn't get the crit, then he would have not knocked me out. And we would have been able to win. But we're in the 1400s right now, which is really low. So I'm going to try to make up for that in our third battle right here. Alright, so my previous opponent forfeited at Team Preview, which is kind of funny. And this guy has a Mismagius, which is really cool. We handle it with a lot, though, so that's kind of what I'm looking at right now. Greninja absolutely tears this guy apart. I'm going to lead off here with my... I want to get up rocks to break the multi-skill on Dragonite, because my Dragonite did a ton of work yesterday, so I don't want this guy to sweep me with it. We have to weaken Manaphy for Celesteela if we want that to work out. He's going to lead off with Shuckle, so I'm just going to go ahead and lead off here with my Gardevoir and Taunt. Hopefully he's not Mental Herb, but he's going to be Mental Herb for sure, but maybe we can burn it and prevent both rocks and Sticky Webs. Sticky Webs aren't that important to him. I mean, we can Taunt right here and then Psychic a few times, and then we can bring in Landorus after and defog these webs away. But if he's not Mental Herb right here, we're actually in a much better spot, but every Shuckle should run Mental Herb in my opinion. I'm curious, I wonder if he'll just Hard Switch expecting the Taunt and go like Mismagius and Oko me with like Spec Shadow Ball. Because we don't have a good Ghost Resist. We have Greninja, which probably takes like 40 from Shadow Ball, which is not that bad, but not ideal. We can Taunt right here though, and he should just click Sticky Webs if he's Mental Herb. I don't know what he's thinking so hard about. Sticky Webs will ensure that your Mega Deontay outspeeds any potential Scarf Kyurem. Your Mega Deontay will outspeed my Koko. Bisharp will outspeed Koko. Actually, I don't even know if Bisharp will. Bisharp's what, base 78? Something like that. So he finally decided to make a play, and Mental Herb, yep. You know what would have been a really cool play on his part if he encored me into Taunt. So we're just going to Taunt again, because I don't want this guy going for rocks. I don't care if you want to go hard Mismagius or Deontay, that's fine too. Actually, why did you do this? We take a Diamond Storm? I don't know if you're physical if you take a Diamond Storm. I have no reason to keep this in though, it doesn't do a ton. So we're going to Hyper Voice right here. Decided to not Mega Evolve, which is smart. Goes right for Diamond Storm, and now he'll Mega Evolve for sure and go for Diamond Storm. So I'll just go here into my Landorus T, the defense boost. Do we take a Moonblast from this range? I doubt it. Oh, wait, why am I rocking? Okay, I'm gonna try to defog Webs right here. Moonblast, we do take that, and now I can just U-turn out. And we can try to prevent the Sticky Webs at the very least. Because if Shuckle comes out, I'm going hard Celesteela and throwing off that Z move. I would love my own rocks, but yeah, unfortunately we're not going to be able to get them up. So Celesteela comes out right here. We go right for an Autotomize. He still has Manaphy in the back. He goes hard Shuckle though. Heavy Slam is base 120, which means this is only base 160. Alright, we're going to look at it anyway. Anything to prevent Webs right here. Oh, come on. I feel like I'm just getting trolled right now. Okay, we're going to Heavy Slam again. Literally, is that even a roll? What's standard Shuckle spread? OU Sticky Web Setter and Celesteela. I don't even know if... Yeah, it's not even a set in this calc. Alright, so at least we got that knockout. He has to go Manaphy here, I think. Yeah, and hopefully Earthquake can do something. What's stronger? This goes to 180, back down to 90. This goes to... So we're doing nothing. This goes for a Scald though, so he's trying to burn me. I'll just Earthquake again. Because I guess Scald will put me in range of Sucker Punch, yeah, but 2 Earthquakes will knock you out if you don't burn me, which is a lot to ask for, because, you know, 2 Scalds. Surprised he's not running Surf. Oh wow, we got a really low roll the first time. No burn, he does burn me. And that means this next one's not going to knock him out, unfortunately. I'll just Heavy Slam in case he wants to like go Dragonite and let me break the multi-scale. Because the next Earthquake's not knocking you out anyway. Yeah, he did to go Dragonite and try to have me break the multi-scale, and that's going to do a bit of damage, which is cool. Unfortunately, I have to try to not get swept by this thing. We're going to Heavy Slam again. Extreme Speed's probably best case scenario for me. We'll go... We have to predict his coverage right here. If he has a Dragon type, if he doesn't have a Dragon type move, Kyurem's best switch in. If he has a Dragon type move, then Greninja's best switch in. Well, he could be Supersonic Sky Strike too. We're gonna really hope you're not Dragonium, and we're gonna hope you're Flynium. Alright, so we're gonna Ice Beam right here. Outrage. Alright. Now we can at least throw off some Dazzling Gleams right here, which is cool. He's locked into Outrage, and we just knock him out. So I guess it was Banded Outrage, and he outsped me obviously due to the webs. I should have used Celesteela Webs, that would have been so fire. So what does he switch in here, actually? Deontay doesn't want to knock me out. Gran is actually looking kind of viable to win this match late game, if we can get rid of Bisharp. Yeah, he doesn't have a good play right here. Mismagius is just Ghost type, right? It's not Poison? Mismagius, it's just Ghost type, so it might actually die to this attack. I guess he's calcing if Mismagius lives, or if Deontay knocks me out. Deontay definitely does not knock me out. It does like 90 with Moonblast, I think. Maybe Earth Power, actually. How much is Deontay's Earth Power doing? Because that'll determine whether I stay in or not. Tapu, Koko. Earth Power. Who runs in Nature Power? I guess that's on terrain teams. That's a roll. He needs a really high roll. 0 attack, Mega Deontay. Oh, that's Earthquake. Why do I have Earthquake on there? Earth Power. Okay, so Earth Power does knock me out. Moonblast doesn't though, and judging from the fact that he's taking so long, I actually don't think he has the Earth Power. I'll make a quick cut, and when he makes a play, I'll be right back. Alright, so the last guy did end up DCing, which is cool because we ended up getting our first win. Not exactly in the manner that I wanted, obviously, but hopefully, what's with all the Zapdos on the ladder today? The one day that I decided to use Celesteela, we're running into every Zapdos. Alright, we're going to try to play better this time and hopefully get an actual Celesteela sweep. Alright, so we got the lead right, and I'm just going to go right for a nice Ice Beam right here. He doesn't have switch-ins, he can go Deontay, it's actually Scarf. I should have Iron-Headed. Okay, never mind, he goes Ferrothorn. So obviously Spidef, to take some Life Orb damage. I don't mind, he's going to go for Lead Sheet right here, and I don't want to get stalled out by a Ferrothorn. I'm just going to go hard Celesteela. Rocks is fine, actually. And what I can actually do is just Autotomize, but he still has Landorus at full. He goes for Protect. Alright, so he's going to go Zapdos now. So we're going to take this opportunity to switch right here into our Greninja. Because we do catch the Zapdos on the switch-in, and this gives me a nice Ice Beam. Not sure if he'll go back to Ferrothorn right here. He actually decided to stay on. This is Protean Expert Belt. Alright, so we don't knock him out. Now he'll go either Scarf Landorus. That's what I would do. He might expect me to be Shuriken Protean though. Goes Deontay. Alright, so Hydro Pump's my play right here. Does he expect me to be Scarf Protean? He should have calced that and known that. Please hit. That really sucks, because that would have OHKO'd. And now, actually wait, doesn't Celesteela win? Autotomize, because he didn't restep with Zapdos, which means, why did you even go Zapdos and let me get that damage off? Yeah, thanks for the boost, man. Okay, do I dare risk the static, or do I go for Fire Blast? We're gonna Fire Blast, and if I miss, then I'm clicking X. If I miss this, I'm just gonna click X. Oh, he actually decided to switch out. Alright, so we're gonna Corkscrew Crash right here and really hope it kills. It should. I mean, this is what, base 160? Yeah. Base 160 Stab Z Steel move, maybe? Nope. He's Wild Charge though. And he knocks himself out to recoil, so that sucks because now we don't get our boost, and he might actually get Shirk. He might actually be Ashgran. He goes Landorus though. Scarf might outspeed me, not quite sure. Maybe we can go for Fire Blast and get like a burn on him. At least Celesteela did some work right there. No burn, and he actually, he like U-turn and knocked me out. That's a 4 times resist off of base 101 defense. I'm surprised we didn't live that, but new win condition still Tapu Koko. Goes hard, Gran. We're gonna go right into this and just click, probably go, I'm just gonna click Dazzling Gleam. I don't want him to go Scarf Landorus. So he goes Pharaoh. I want Rocks up, and that'll make sure that Zapdos cannot come back into Roost. Goes right for a Gyro Ball. I don't even care if Zapdos comes in right here, because I can predict it to Roost and just go right for an Earthquake to knock that out. You might go hard Zapdos. I don't care if you go Deontay, because the Rocks are already up on my side of the field. And no way I'm letting you Roost up right now. Actually, yeah, he's going to be faster than me. If you Roost, then I just knock you out with Earthquake, so yeah. And that thing's going to go right down right there. So Koko still looking like a clean win condition. Even though we've lost all our games so far, well, we won the DC, obviously. We've been playing pretty well. He goes out, you don't knock me out. You're going to pivot out into Landorus now? Oh, it's HP Ice. Alright, that's a set, I guess. And you can go Gardevoir right here. And Hyper Voice will knock this thing out. We do have HP Fire for the Ferrothorn. And once Ferrothorn goes down and Landorus is weakened, we actually win with this. So he might pivot out right here into Gren if he's smart. But my play is a Hidden Power Fire every time. So we're going to go ahead and do that right now. And yep, we knocked that thing out. I don't even think you knock me out with any... Actually, Scarf Landorus will knock me out. Does Scarf Landorus win? I think Scarf Landorus is going to win. Yeah, he might U-turn right here, but he just goes for Earthquake, and it does knock me out. Aw, man. I didn't keep Scarf Landorus in mind. I should have kept Celesteela or Landorus healthy in the back. That's unfortunate. Maybe he'll go low roll me right here. Nope, Scarf Landorus is going to knock me out. And he'll definitely knock this out. I'll just Dazzling Gleam on the off chance it doesn't. And I think we're going to lose again, because I was careless. I completely forgot about Scarf Landorus. I even saw it at the beginning, but it is what it is. I should have kept Celesteela or Landorus T around right there, but it's alright. We're going to take another loss, and I think we're only going to get one more battle right now. Just because, I mean, I love the team, but it's just not doing the work right now. Alright, so we got last battle right here. This is definitely going to be the last one. I'm going to have to ladder up a little bit off screen after this, so I'll be sure to do that. But we find another Ferrothorn. which our Celesteela can handle, and actually our Celesteela is not that bad in this matchup. Just how to play it smart. So we just got to weaken Suicune too. Lead off here with Gardevoir. Do I risk Speed Ties? Yeah, let's go ahead. It's the last match. I'll just go ahead and do it. If he goes Ferrothorn, we knock it out with HP Fire after, which is totally cool. I can actually Psychic right here, but I don't think it knocks out Mega Medicham. He has 0 other switch into this. So I guess he can go Scarf Magnezone, in which case... I go Landorus on that. I mean, we don't want to take Flash Cannon, but it'll kind of be a 50-50. If he wants to lock himself into Flash Cannon, Celesteela is the switch in. But I think he would Volt Switch or T-Bolt. So let's see if he's Assault Vest. It's not Assault Vest. It's probably... Hidden Power. If it's Scarf, then I think we live it. Yeah, we do live Scarf that, and this will knock him out. So that's cool. One threat gone. Unfortunate that we had to take so much damage on Gardevoir, but he's going to Fake Out right here. I'll just go Landorus T, because we take Fake Out into Ice Punch after leftovers, and... Yo, Mega Evolve, thank you. And I'll just get up a Rocks right here on his own Landorus, which is totally cool. I can go Celesteela now. Don't really want to. I'm just going to U-turn out and bring in Kyurem-Black on his own Rocks. And I'll just Ice Beam. Because we can Fusion Bolt. He actually goes Ferrothorn. Okay, so... I've clicked Ice Beam so many times on a Ferrothorn this live. I think a Freeze was finally due, to be honest. I feel bad about that because, you know, obviously matches are separate, but... I mean, it is what it is. I'll just go ahead and knock him out right here. Why did he outspeed me the third time? What does he have? What priority attack does Ferrothorn have? Quick Attack, Sucker Punch. He clicked something that was faster than me. Was it Magic Coat? Ferrothorn, what do you get? Endeavor, Flash Cannon, Hone Claws, Nature Power. I don't know what priority attacks this thing gets. But out comes Mega Medicham, which is fine. He might have Bullet Punch. I don't want to go hard into Gardevoir right here. I don't want to make the same mistake that I made last time either, and sack both Landorus and Celesteela and just lose to Landorus T. I'll just go into my Landorus right here. We can go out into this and then save Celesteela on the back, because this gives me this Mon, and he doesn't have good Dazzling Gleam switch-ins right here. I'm pretty sure Suicune might get 2-hit KO'd after Rocks, but he just actually decided to go Landorus, and that actually does look like it's Scarf damage, so can't stand right here. Gotta go out into my Celesteela, which is the entire reason why I preserve this. If he doubles out into Hoopa or Medicham, or even Suicune, good play. He does double into Hoopa. Heavy Slam is only base 60, which means this is still base 160. I'm gonna go for it, because I think we live a Specs hit, and if he's banded, then he might click Hyperspace Fury, expecting a Protect right here for leftovers recovery, but even if Celesteela can't sweep this last match, I just wanted to get this kill. Goes for Hyperspace, and yes, finally we lived, and we're gonna knock him out. So at least Celesteela is getting this kill in the last match, which is cool. Get a nice attack raise right there. If he goes hard, Suicune right now, I can't stand. I gotta go hard into something that pressures him. We have terrain up for our Kyurem-Black too, which is really nice to think about. Interesting. We actually just made the exact mistake that I just talked about and put ourselves in range of Scarf Lando. Oh, okay, so he's not Scarf. That's all that matters. That's honestly all that matters, the fact that he's not Scarf. I don't know why I didn't Heavy Slam. I guess because we wouldn't have hit Suicune anyway. This is Dark Pulse right here on Suicune. And I don't think there's enough boosts for this guy to get up to the range where he can... I don't think that's a smart play. We're going to go Gardevoir, I think, and taunt him. Yeah, we're going to taunt this guy, and then we're going to spam Hyper Voice. If you knock me out, then I'll just go Koko and click Dazzling Gleam a few times. Yeah, I'm not going to let you do that, man. And I'll just go for Hyper Voice, because it does a bit. Now we can just go out into this. Landorus still has a switch in. I'll just T-Bolt, because I can't let him stand right here and scald me. So we knock that thing out. And actually, I think our Greninja wins. Why would you... Oh, it probably has Fake Out into Bullet Punch then. I mean, this thing isn't doing anything else. And it actually looks like we take Fake Out into Bullet Punch. Unless he crits me right here. Yeah, oh yeah, he does crit me, okay. And now I'll just go out into this and click Protean Hydro Pump. I actually have to hope this kills, which is crazy, because had he not crit me right there, we would have won this. Kill, please. Nope. And we're actually going to take an L right now, because he crit my Tapu Koko. I mean, that's just been my luck this life. I don't mind it. And he's gonna click high jump kick right there and knock me out. So had he not crit me with bullet punch, we would have won the match, obviously. So that's gonna be what it is. I'm just glad Celesteela got to corkscrew crash that Hoopa out of the match right there, and we're gonna take a 2-0 loss. Totally fine right there. We obviously played as though we should have won, and we just got crit. So it is going to be what it is. I obviously have to clearly ladder after this video, so I'll be sure to go ahead and do that right now with a different team. And if you guys want to adjust a team and maybe try it out and send me the rebranded version, I can try it out. But that's going to be the match. And if you guys are new, be sure to go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below, as we do competitive Pokemon daily, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.